Yesterday was a really interesting day because when we were scheduling out our day, we were like, all right, we got to do Flash and Legends, Chuck, Carter, and it was like, I guess it could just be me and Aaron. It was just me and Aaron here yesterday. So, Rick, what'd you do for your day, with your day yesterday?
Well, yesterday I was in Discord voice chat for most of the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some people were working on a puzzle.
Oh, a puzzle. What won the poll?
Ah!
I'm sorry, chat. We couldn't keep it up. People were
we
going
could have.
crazy. No, we could have. We had to save you from going crazy.
So yeah,
Paul's like, you were playing pinball.
I was playing pinball. So I made a little game called Hint Hunt.
Ooh, Hint Hunt. Why? Why'd you make this game?
Well, I made the game because I had some time.
Yeah.
So
We've had time.
so
Well, we made the decision that we weren't going to start until we could get back to the studio for the thing that won the poll.
It was just-
so it definitely gave Rick some time before we were going to be trying to start
Yeah.
up whatever won.
Yeah.
yeah, so I was like, I got some time. I've had this idea for a while, but I've known there's no way that I'm ever going to be able to do this in a week.
Yeah, you'd have to have so much time and be at home and not be able to go
Preparation.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
And I guess the world blessed us. Or at least Hint Hunt.
Yeah, so I made a little text dungeon crawler RPG where you go through and you fight stuff.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Rick has had a really, like, probably the best parts of his time at Blind With have been making riddles and clues about what wins are polls to replace specifically the poll slots. So, it started out very, very easy when Dexter won and he just put it like a blood orange.
That was mine.
Was that yours?
I started it.
Okay, well, you started it. People solved it in
I
7
started
seconds.
like, I'm not just gonna. I don't want to just say what
Sure,
won.
yeah.
Let's make people kind of guess and think about things
Yeah.
a little bit. And it'd be kind of fun. So I did like little pictures of like the blood orange. People were like, blood
Yeah.
orange, what's that? And it wouldn't say anything. It would just be a picture of blood orange.
Yeah.
People were like, it's gotta be Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter has blood orange in it. And then it's just grown from there into like puzzles and then riddles. And I like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, like for Mob Psycho 100, we like shared on Twitter like an image of 98 Degrees,
Yeah.
and then 99 the clone.
Yeah.
And then like, it was Mob Psycho 100, But Rick has just run away, and I thought it can't get more elaborate. And then he's like, guys, I'm working on something. And he told us all this stuff. So yesterday was the day that it was released.
Yeah, yesterday was the day that it was released. So the idea is you go into this dungeon searching for answers.
Yeah.
And there's this asshole called the Archmaster who is in between you and your answers. So there are 2 ways to get the answers.
Okay.
One way is to go through 3 floors of the dungeon and defeat the Archmaster.
Okay.
You then get a token from him, which you can then put into a machine. On the
Okay.
machine, there's a picture of a demon and a picture of an umbrella. You put that in, and it gives you a letter.
Okay.
So, say maybe the letter M, for example. But at the beginning of the game, it asks you for a number for reasons, between 1 and 32. The
Gotcha.
reason is you need 32 of those letters. If you use the even odder machine in the Archmaster's lair, you put in those letters, and it reveals the answer to you.
Gotcha.
So, in order to get everything, you have to beat the game 64 times.
Or you
Well,
group together.
You
Exactly.
have to beat it 65 times, right? Because you have to make it through another time with the auto machine?
No.
Or can you do it on the 64th time?
You can do it on the 64th time.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, the main way, I want everyone to work together.
Yeah, that's the thing, because the best thing about these has been watching people either go crazy or work together, cooperate to
Yeah.
solve a riddle. And
It's
yeah,
become an event where like
Yeah.
it's one of the bigger times of like Discord chat having
Yeah.
a crazy amount of people in conversation trying to solve some of these just
Yeah.
for the fun of like, well, what won? What's coming next?
Yeah.
Which it'll
That's
be up
probably
eventually
like-
anyway,
Sure.
There was probably like 30 people in voice chat at its peak
Yeah.
when people were working on it. And they had like Google Documents that would say like people would be drawing the maps that they would be going through. You
Yeah.
put those on there. People would be putting their answers to the riddles on there because there's also riddles in the dungeon and stuff. So it was a really good time. I had a a great time listening to people play through the game.
Yeah.
And from what I heard while I was around, people seem to be really enjoying themselves.
That's good.
They might not once I reveal this, however.
Okay.
So in the game, there's a store.
Uh-huh.
There's this little imp who sells items.
What all can you buy from him?
Well, you can buy armor, you can buy weapons, you can buy health potions, mana potions, throwing weapons. You can also buy weirdly colored milk.
Milk.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
Why?
Weirdly
What?
colored milk.
It's so expensive.
It is.
It's 1,000
as
gold.
expensive as plate mail.
As plate mail.
Yeah.
Man, plate mail sounds helpful. What is? Can you drink the milk?
You cannot drink the milk. I had it to where you could drink the milk, but I thought that was too mean.
Really? You?
Like, what if it filled your health? You know?
It used to give 1 hit point.
1 hit point. Oh my god. That's like worthless. Man.
Oh my gosh.
But I thought that was a little too mean.
Gotcha.
Because if you make it to the end of the game, the Archmaster has a cat.
Yeah.
And if you have the milk with you, the cat laps it up, and then the cat speaks and says, try asking for help.
F-U-R.
F-U-R.
Because it's a cat.
Yeah, it is a cat.
Gotcha. Try asking for help.
Yeah. So you start the game. You can go to the credits.
Uh-huh.
You can go to new game, and you can go to help.
Gotcha.
Well, if you ask what won the Demon Slayer poll, it answers with TPN. The Promised Neverland.
Oh, everybody's so pissed.
When you told me that's what happened, I'm like, oh, the answer is the milk.
And
they
you did
just
the
think
same
of
thing
milk.
with Umbrella Academy. You only have to have Umbrella and Pole in the sentence, or Umbrella and Demon, or Demon and Pole in the sentence.
Really?
So yeah, at any time
They could have just went and asked for help.
Yeah.
you don't even have to make it to the end with the milk. Like you can just start the application, go to
And-
2,
No,
type
yeah.
that in.
That was the first
clarity,
thing I did.
And there it is.
Nobody figured that out.
No.
They literally went to help and didn't ask what they wanted.
Well, so Rob was the first one to get to the cat with the milk.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is just a troll. And I was like, you have no
He has
idea.
no idea.
So the Promised Neverland won the Demon Slayer poll.
Yeah, I got on chat last night and I was like, so, yeah, we figured it out. People are still working on the other poll, but it was a good time. Kai died down. We don't know what the milk means. Do you know what the milk means? And I'm like, I do. Oh, it's so fun.
And then the second one, I actually forget. I'll have to look.
So for those that were waiting for the answer, that does mean that replacing, what was it? What's replacing it? Demon Slayer is the Promised Neverland, which I don't believe any of us have seen.
No.
Yeah.
We've not.
Nope.
And we will be doing the English dub for it, which I hear is pretty good. So these are going to start on our schedule soon. We don't know exactly when right now, but we're still trying to like get everything else back on the tracks and then start adding things back in. So they will be quite soon when they start.
And then for the live action, Umbrella Academy is B99.
Ah, ba-da-da-da-da. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yep.
Yeah, which is going to be a departure from our normal reaction
Yeah.
thing because it's a sitcom. Technically, it's a one camera sitcom.
Yeah.
So, it's not going to be like Big Bang Theory or Seinfeld where it's just generally
Or
on
The
a stage
Office.
with 3 and an audience or something like that. But it is kind of like a different genre for us, where it's primarily a comedy. And I'm excited. I have seen not all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but maybe like 6 seasons or so, and I quite enjoy it. But I'm excited for us to get into it. So.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I know like the main actor in it.
Yeah,
And I know like,
gotcha.
there's like it's cop related or whatever. So
Yeah.
but
But
That's about
it's gonna be a fun one. A lot of people talk about, man, it's a long show. It's like, yeah, but we're no stranger to long shows on this channel now, So anyway, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to get into that one as well.
Yeah, I'm interested as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, forever, really the only sitcom I ever liked was Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Then you guys kept hounding me, and I watched Arrested Development.
Arrested
again.
Development.
Arrested
Yeah.
Development's
I
great.
absolutely loved it.
That's fantastic.
So
yeah.
now I'm excited to try them.
I would say it's with using those as your standard. Don't, because
Yeah.
those are both amazing.
Sure.
But it's also way different than both of those too. So
Yeah.
yeah. don't do that. Don't hold it up to the best stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Keep in mind too, with those, we still have Steins Gate that's going to be ending soon.
Very
Yeah.
So
soon.
there's going to be a new poll for that.
Yep.
And we're also approaching Doctor Who and being caught up with that. So there's
Yeah.
going to be
Speaking of
another
long
poll
shows.
for that. Like Doctor Who, we've been doing for like 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Every week I've watched a new episode of Doctor Who. For the last 3 years of my life.
Yeah.
Barring sometimes we might have done like 2 or 3 in a row because we were going to a convention or something
Yeah.
like that. Like it's been a mainstay for the last 3 years of my life, you know?
So yeah, so that's going to be interesting not having Doctor Who going and whatnot.
I mean,
so.
Doctor Who is one of those things where it's the show is literally about change and about moving on and what it takes to move on. So it's not as bad, sticking around that long, because you do feel like it's sometimes a different show than it was a year ago or something like that. But
Sure.
there's also that through line of the Doctor, of the TARDIS, of these crazy stories that have been with me for the last 3 years, and now I only have a handful left.
Yeah. Yep, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 time travel shows. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You're going to be
Yeah.
ending around the same time, so.
Some people in chat are asking, so Steingate 0 will be on the poll.
Yeah, we'll have it on the poll. Yeah, and if it wins, it wins. If it doesn't, we'll move on to something else.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I understand, I don't know much about it, but we did the same thing with Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't jump straight into Better Call Saul. We put on a poll, so. But yeah, so Rick, with this game and stuff that you worked so hard on and everything and making and whatnot, how'd you feel about how things went? Because your last puzzle, it took them like 2 days, 3 days to solve, and this one they beat like
I don't even
that
remember
day,
the
6
other
hours?
puzzles at this point.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember anything before Hint Hunt.
Man, guys, this last week or so, like we would be at the studio getting ready to do reactions. We would take a break. Someone's like, "All right, I gotta use the bathroom." Rick, laptop, working
Yeah.
on it furiously.
Yeah.
But they solved two poll show winners in like a day.
Yeah, like 9.5 hours, I think it was.
Yeah.
To the end of it. No, I just wanted people to enjoy the game. There was a lot of people were having some crashing issues.
Yeah.
Which I need to look into. I'm not exactly sure what's happening. It's never crashed for me.
Yeah, it didn't crash for me.
I have a feeling it has something to do with me obscuring the code, so people couldn't just open the executable and look for the answer.
Yeah.
The game is still on the website if you want to check it out. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if or how it will be used in clues again. We are going to have 2 coming up soon, so I'm not going to be able to do anything quite so elaborate unless I start with it as a base point for the
Yeah.
next 2. But
Yeah,
nothing's
I know
been
we've
decided
talked
yet.
We've talked about various ideas of like, what if we made a game and like come up with ideas and stuff of what this game could be and what kind of puzzles they're solving and how they got to do this to do there, and then you did it
Yeah.
while you're in the big break and stuff. But
Yeah, I do have
there's ways of I'm sure
an
there's ways of topping this.
idea for the next one, but we'll see. We will see.
We will
will
see.
see.
Like we said, we got Doctor Who coming up. We have Steins Gate coming up. And then, Promised Neverland is how many episodes?
It's only like 12.
12 episodes. And then I know there's going to be like more or something maybe down the road. But
Yeah.
as of right now,
So here in a few weeks we'll be having one,
Yeah.
and then here in like 7 weeks or 6 weeks,
Yep.
something like that, we'll be having one, and then here in like 12 weeks we'll be having one. So there'll be almost like one a month here for the next couple.
and while it's a very interesting time right now, it's hard to transition from like our television show season to our summer schedule, which means that we lose a lot of our TV show reactions, especially live TV show reactions. And generally, we like to fill that up with some extra stuff to do throughout the summer. And then we inevitably run into the headache of like, oh my God, they're just still going. And now we have 12 shows coming back live.
Yeah.
So we will be throwing some stuff out there, but we also want to make sure we're giving ourselves enough time to also have to navigate all the quarantine stuff as well. So the schedule will be changing a lot over the next month, 2 months. We have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back as well as Doom Patrol Season 2, and it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of good stuff, so make sure you guys stick around with that.